The state of R&B, in your opinion, is what?
It's bad. It's really bad.
Whose fault is it?
It's our fault, really, because you know, in the '90s it was amazing because we were doing something different, and everybody was doing their own version of it, and it just had so many colors and so many textures to it, and we were pushing it forward, and we were, you know, pushing the limits of creativity. Everybody was trying something different, and we got away from that, and so now it's like it all sounds the same. You know, we kind of got trapped in that. Well, first of all, hip hop had a huge impact on it, and it kind of killed it, because before that, you know, you had to have some real music to support these great vocalists, you know, and you had to have great chord progressions and changes and arrangements and all this stuff. When it came to people just singing over a beat, it was like, oh, anybody can do that now. So it kind of just killed the musicality of it. It made all the producers start thinking, well, we don't have to put music on it. We can just make a hot hip hop track and we'll put some vocals on top of it. So it was great when it came out. You know, it was innovative, but it kind of killed, you know, R&B. That, and then the lyrical content that, you know, that they were putting on top of it also kind of killed it. So the only way we can fix this is we have to get back to playing instruments. We have to get back to real musicality. We have to mix some of the old with the new. We have to study great artists from the past and producers and music from the past, because if you can take bits and pieces of that and mix it with what's going on now, then you've created something that's new and refreshing and different. And it's always been like that. Great artists have always studied great artists from the past and took bits and pieces. Like, you look at Prince and you see Jimi Hendrix, Little Richard, Elvis, everything, and he just took that, balled it all up, and, you know, made it his own sound, and, you know, added stuff with the you know, the drum machine, his signature sound with the drum machine, and synthesizers, and then put rock on top of it and mix it with blues and gospel and soul and all that, and he created something new. So it's like, we got to do more of that, where we're mixing genres and we're mixing old sounds and new sounds, and studying, you know, music from the past and mixing it with what's going on today. That's the only way we can fix this, because they're like 2 seconds from like moving us out of here. Like, when you look at you know, the black music departments, they're like this big now at the labels, and it's because they feel like black music can't sell. But we've always been trendsetters. We've always set the pace, so we got to get back to, you know, doing that, being more creative and innovative, because now where it's at, anybody can do it. And once they find out that anybody can do it, they're like, well, we don't really need y'all anymore to, you know, to set the trends. So we got to get back to that, where we're setting the trends and we're doing like some shit that they can't even figure out, like, how they do that, you know. Let's try to do that, you know, or let's go get them. And that's another thing too. We can't keep selling out and going over there and producing like Timberland. He's dope and everything, but when you go over there and you do a whole album on Justin Timberlake, and then you come over here and you charge Usher or something like $150,000 to do one track or whatever. Like, take a black artist, put some of that same music on some black artists, and, you know, try to make those black artists pop. You know, versus taking all your music and putting it on Justin Timberlake or Robin Thicke or something like that. Like, you know, there's black artists that are dope, that, you know, if you gave them your sound, they would explode, you know. But I think a lot of times they chase the checks and they go, you know, of course, white artists are gonna sell a certain amount of units. So I understand from a business aspect what he's doing, but, you know, I don't think Timberland is in need of money to that degree where you can't take a black artist and do that. Like, to me, when he first started working with Genuine had the potential to be a huge pop artist. Pony was like a crossover record, you know. So he had an artist that was marketable, had pop appeal. He could have put his sound on Genuine and, you know, blew him up. He could have did that with, you know, a couple of different artists, but, you know, I think we get caught up with, you know, chasing the dollar, and we don't realize, like, we could be great if we put our music, you know, on our own artists and try to blow them up also too. I'm not against the pop check though. You get the pop check, just don't like go overboard with the pop check and, like, you know, chase that, you know.
Well, that's interesting because you know, this has been a topic a lot of people have been talking about. I was talking to Isaac Hayes III recently, and you know, we talked about it, and he was just like, yeah, we're there, we're just doing the music. We're not the front guy.
Yeah.
And I would even be curious, and we should ask Timbaland, you know, is it him not going to a black artist saying, let's create this amazing R&B album, or is it even the label saying, you know, we know Justin Timberlake can sell R&B. I don't know if a black artist can sell R&B.
It might be the same thing. It might be. It might be a mixture of the two. You know, but I know new artists that he's signing, and most of them are white artists because he knows the potential of what that can do for sales. But I mean, we got the biggest selling artist of all time. He was black. It's Michael Jackson. So it's not like it can't be done. You know, you just got to find the right superstar and put your music on him. You know, I think Usher was next up to be that. You know, because the Confessions album was crazy. So right after that, it should have been, you know, the top producers, you know, putting their music on him. You know, and putting him out there because he could have been that. You know, but you know, I think you're right. I think it's a little mixture of both. I think the economics of the record business and what they realize that white artists really sell a lot of records. We got support too, though. Because, you know, the white artists, they support white artists. Like, they support their people. We don't necessarily do that. We don't necessarily buy music like that. You know, we'll go out to see a couple of shows. They'll go out and see Justin Timberlake 3 nights in a row, you know, the same show. We'll go see it once. We're looking for a free ticket. We're looking for a free download, anything like that. We got to support our artists a little bit more also, too. And we got to buy into brands, not just, you know, records, you know, buy into every aspect of the artist and everything that the artist is about versus just a song.